Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra, and we have a conversation lined up with someone very special. Pritam Kumar Agrawal is a pioneer educationist and the founder and director of Hello Kids, India's leading preschool chain with over 1,000 centers across India and Bangladesh. Starting with a single center in Bangalore in 2005, Pritam has built one of the largest early childhood education networks in the country. With over 2 decades of experience, he is a passionate edupreneur who has traveled extensively to understand the nuances of India's preschool ecosystem. A commerce graduate from Delhi University and an MBA from IIPM, New Delhi, he also serves as a strategic advisor to several child-focused brands. Pritam is the Vice President of the Early Childhood Association of India and a member of the National Education Committee, including CII and IGNOU. He is also the founder and business convener of IVF Business Global, a network of 15,000 plus entrepreneurs across 9 countries. His work continues to impact education, entrepreneurship, and community building at a very impressive scale. Pritam, appreciate you taking out the time and speaking with us. Well, looking at your profile and what you have achieved in a very short period of time, it's extremely impressive. But everybody would want to understand what motivated you to start this journey?
See, Vineet, thank you for asking me and having me here. Vineet, when there was a time for every Marwadis that after your studies, you are back into a business, either a family business or if you are starting up some new businesses. So, education was already in my mind that I'll do something in terms of education. And the day I studied franchising during my college days, and as I love traveling, I thought let's do something in terms of education and franchising. I'm from Orissa and I wanted to start a school in Balangir district of Orissa, but I thought that rather than starting up a school, why don't I start something in terms of a basic foundational education, and to start with preschool education, and I thought it will give me a foundation to understand the business education as a foundation space, and I'll learn from it and I'll grow with the time. That was my idea initially.
You're absolutely right. This was the ambition, but also take us through, Pritam, as to what kind of challenges did you face that you did not anticipate would come your way, as every journey has.
So good, you are taking me back to my 2005, 6, 7 days. First thing was you have to perform as a Marwadi community person, that the business growth has to be seen. And education was not a very regular business to the community, where you are building something. And how people used to see me, my family, friends and members were, that you will be starting up a preschool, you will get children 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you will be charging them some 500,000, 2,000 rupee fees per month, which is not acceptable to my society itself. So, that is my own society. Then we talk about early childhood education space in that country in 2005, where you are struggling to make a parent understand that why that early childhood education is important in early years. It is just to learn ABCD or to go to a preschool, spend them 2 hours and spend some 20,000-30,000 rupees. It was not an easy task to make people understand. I know we were in Bangalore, it is still easy to understand, but when you go to smaller towns, tier 2, tier 3 towns, making them to understand a parent that yes, the foundation years in the first 6 years, the brain development, the physical development, we need to support them with the right education. That took a long time. Second thing is, either it's pre-pandemic or post-pandemic, this industry, we say that it is we are the initial people, those who took early childhood education to small towns and villages, but only in 2020 with the new education policy, the government understood the importance of this education, and they included and make it as a part of school education. So, telling people that education is important and then bringing them to a school was not an easy task for the first, let's say, that 10-15 years of our journey, and now everybody has understood that the initial years is important.
Well, now that the model that you had worked upon so ambitiously has taken off, as the success is very, very evident. Anybody Googles you can understand how successful this model has been. What is the strategy for the next few years when it comes to your brand?
Vineet, the very, very important was that our model of no royalty has worked for us to reach to the numbers of, we are at 1020 numbers across the country, and we have been present in the top cities of the country, which is Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, and we are even the present at small rural schools, or I'll say at district level schools. No royalty has helped us. Second is affordability with the right basic of education, right? Affordability means that India is a vast country and we need such kind of a good quality education, and with a price good for a mid segment people, or as a quality of education at HelloKids, because at the end of 365 days, if parents do not want to see a lot of infra, but parents wants to know that yes, my child went to this school as he had learned all the basics of the requirements. So affordable brand with a good learning outcome was always been a target, and we'll make sure that in the future coming years that HelloKids will be known for a quality of education with a affordable brand presence across the country, either it is a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 cities, or a rural or urban school. We must be present there, and hope to see us with around 2000 schools by December 2030.
A lot of people, Pritam, are adapting to changing technologies as well. AI is also becoming a big aspect of education. You mentioned the national education policy as well. How are you in fact coming to terms with these quick advances in education and technology?
Very nicely put it for me personally. Friends, it is to say that how education had adopted this technology in the last 3 years, and we all have experienced it during the pandemic period. I'll say our network was so vast. Even in 2019, we all started using Zoom and the Google Meet for our trainings and attendance and the school during the pandemic. But HelloKids, I'll take a pride to say, in 2019, January 2019, almost 1 year ahead of pandemic, we were all on board on a education platform, on a training platform which was online, to reach to our rural teacher and the urban teachers. By the time pandemic started and people were searching for a platform, we were already on that platform, and almost 2000 odd teachers or owners of HelloKids were onboarded, not onboarded, they were onboarded on the day when India and the world was searching for a Zoom kind of platform. So adaptation was already with us. Now with AI is coming into picture, we have signed up with a brand called Edujo, which is a very futuristic product which we found it for the children, where they are really not focusing in terms of having a gadget in hand. It's not a focus of a video to watch a video online or on a screen. It is more of a physical activity based program where we have with the NEP guidelines, with our curriculum in space, we have been able to make the whole syllabus as a gamifying version where a child is not using a gadget, remote or a video screen. They are physically doing that activities with a sensor on the screen or a movement which is happening to play that games. So I think we are way ahead of the time to bring that technology into our classrooms where a child learn, enjoy and have the right learning outcomes.
Pritam, one last question before we wrap this up. You have obviously excelled when it comes to early education. Do you have any plans to get into higher education, and do you think that as a country, education is the most important pillar when it comes to growth, when it comes to Atmanirbharta, when it comes to being the Vishwaguru, and when it comes to world dominance?
Very, very important, friends. Government of India has also understood the importance of early childhood education. We are a part of the education school system right now. And Hello Kids has already got into K-12 schools with one Riverstone school, which is a CBSE school right now at Bangalore. And yes, we do have future plans for the schools coming up in future for us. And friends, India needs early childhood education, much better way, much bigger way, so that we can reach that 5 trillion economy as soon as possible. Because if we want to grow faster, and if you see the future of next 20-30 years, we have to invest in early childhood education. There is no doubt on it.
Well, Pritam, it's inspiring as well as heartening to hear from somebody who's done so much for the education sector, and it's also important to understand that your model and the way you have in fact charted out this course of success for you will be a blueprint for a lot of edupreneurs when they look to start their journey or better it. Thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking with NewsX.
Thank you, Vineet and NewsX, for having me here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.